you see one tower. Actually, there's two. Its twin is hidden behind the building ahead of us on the right. And in the 19 teens and 20s, some architects went to New York and got so excited when they saw Manhattan with all those high-rise buildings. And Sweden was at the time a country very poor. We hardly had any butter on our bread. So there was a necessity of telling everybody the Industrial Revolution was coming to an end, and we're building the city hall, and we're building the infrastructure, and people were leaving the countryside, coming into the city. So there was a need of putting Stockholm on the world map. So the architects decided to give Stockholm the tallest buildings of Europe of the 1920s. And you're looking at them straight ahead of us. One of them is visible. The second one will be visible in a few seconds. And there we have it. There. They are office buildings and still are. Remember dynamite? Take a look to the left and look at the staircase on the left. Very long staircase. Yeah, that is the right level of this street. But because Alfred Nobel had given us dynamite, we were able to blast away all the rocks and make this road on the same level as the rest of the city center. But then, of course, we had to have a couple of bridges. So the bridge also here overhead was necessary to get the city connected. A movie theater we pass on the left-hand side. Movie theaters give the films in the original language, and then here we get to see Swedish subtitles. So everybody here in Sweden is exposed to many different languages, and of course English is the language of most films we get to see here, so we are exposed to it. That's why, I mean, if you know English, there is no problem in traveling in our country. You remember I told you this morning that the weather forecast was rain from 11 to 1? Well, I see a couple of drops now, so, well, anyway, we got 35 minutes without rain. That was good. And as long as it's just a couple of drops, that's not a problem. Kungsgatan, Kings Road, ends in a very irregular little place called Stureplan. And the inspiration for how it looks like came from New York again and Times Square. And here we have also the old-fashioned architecture. And I like the building that's coming up on the left-hand side. It has a sort of a V shape and very ornate. Keep on looking. There we have it. And between the ground floor and the first floor, you can read the Spy Bar. That's an example of the places that you can have here. This is really a place for nightlife, where a lot of people come in the evenings. And also this is a place where we find the fine shops. If you look to the right, where the flowers are, Marco Polo, Peak Performance, there is a Gucci, there is a Max Mara, Louis Vuitton, and we are shortly going to open a product. So if you just keep on reading the names, you'll see what I'm talking about. And also the architecture is the old-fashioned one, but the good one, the elegant one, the costly one. For example, the stone building on the left, which is an art dealer.